A very good morning, children, and welcome back. Children, today we will continue with Unit 1.2, The Thief's Story. This is your fourth video, and this is going to be the concluding video, okay, of this chapter. Now, you know the author, Ruskin Bond. Just a little flashback of what we've already done. Anil comes home with a lot of money, and where does he hide it? He hides it under the mattress. And who sees this? Hari Singh. And Hari Singh thinks now it's time for him to do his job. And in the night he waits for Anil to go to sleep, and when Anil is fast asleep, he gets into his room and he robs his money. And he runs to the station, because he has planned to take the Lucknow Express. Now somehow he reaches the station, but he hesitates for some reason which he cannot explain, and he lost the chance to get away. And then he's all alone in the deserted, he's all alone on the deserted platform, and he slowly walks towards the bazaar. So I hope you're ready with your textbook. We start now from page number 11. Please follow me as I read. I found myself in the Maidan and sat down on a bench. The night was chilly. It was early November, and a light drizzle added to my discomfort. Soon it was raining quite heavily. My shirt and pajamas stuck to my skin, and a cold wind blew the rain across my face. I went back to the bazaar and sat down in the shelter of the clock tower. The clock showed midnight. I felt for the notes. They were damp from the rain. Anil's money. In the morning, he would probably have given me 2 or 3 rupees to go to the cinema. But now I had it all. I couldn't cook his meal. I couldn't cook his meals, run to the bazaar, or learn to write whole sentences anymore. So here you see, he found himself in the Maidan. Now, Maidan is actually not an English word, okay? So it's a colloquial. Now, colloquial means when you use it as it's not a formal word used in English. It's actually a Hindi word, you know that. But sometimes they do use these words, okay? So if he says, I found myself in the Maidan, and he sat down on a bench, okay? It's a night that is chilly, that is cold, okay? Early November. A light drizzle, okay? That added to my discomfort. Meaning discomfort means when you're not comfortable. Now why he was not comfortable? As it is, there was something that stopped him from taking the train. He's feeling guilty. And now the rain also, it's raining there, so he is more uncomfortable. So it added to his discomfort. And soon it started raining very heavily, and his shirt and pajamas all got wet. He was fully drenched. Okay? So he goes back to the bazaar, and he sits down in the shelter of the clock tower. You can see this is the clock tower. And he sits down in the shelter of this clock tower. And the clock shows what? Midnight. Now he feels for the notes. Now you know where he has kept his notes. So he touches the note and he sees they were damp. Damp means wet. And he thinks, he says, oh, Anil's money. He's thinking now all this, okay? In the morning, if he was there at home, maybe Anil would have given him some money, 2 or 3 rupees to go to the cinema. But now it was all with him. And these were the thoughts that came into his mind. He's saying, now I will not be able to cook meals for him. I will not be able to run to the bazaar or learn to write whole sentences anymore. So you have a question on your right hand side. What were Hari's regrets as he pondered over his theft? Now let's understand the meaning of the words and the question before we attempt. Okay? Always when you have a question, children, understand what the question is asking you. Now what were Hari's regrets? Regrets means पछतावा. क्या पछतावा हो रहा है हरि को? Okay? Has he pondered? Pondered means as he's thinking over. Now he's sitting down and thinking, no, what has happened. So what are the regrets? The regrets was what? That he couldn't cook his meals. Whose meals? Anil's meal. He will not be able to run to the bazaar or learn to write whole sentences anymore. So these were the regrets, okay, as he started thinking. I had forgotten about them in the excitement of the theft. Old sentences I knew could one day bring me more than a few hundred rupees. It was a simple matter to steal, and sometimes just as simple to be caught. But to be a really big man, a clever and respected man, was something else. I should go back to Anil, I told myself, if only to learn to read and write. I hurried back to the room feeling very nervous, for it is much easier to steal something than to return it undetected. I opened the door quietly, then stood in the doorway in clouded moonlight. Anil was still asleep. I crept to the head of the bed, and my hand came up with the notes. I felt his breath on my hand. I remained still for a minute. Then my hand found the edge of the mattress and slipped under it with the notes. So here he says, I had forgotten about them in the excitement of the theft. So what he had forgotten, what he had forgotten? That he will not be able to cook for Anil, that he will not be able to run to the bazaar, that he will not be able to learn to write old sentences anymore. He had forgotten about all this, when he was planning to steal. And he's thinking now, whole sentences, it could make him, help him to bring more money. Today he is stealing, but if he gets educated, probably he'll get a good job. He wouldn't have to steal. It was a simple matter to steal, and sometimes just as simple to be caught. But to be really big man, clever, was something else. Now he's thinking, stealing is something simple, even to be caught. But to be a big man, to be clever, was something different. Therefore, he decides to go back to Anil. And for one main reason, and what is the reason he gives? If only to learn to read and write. And he does go back. He hurried back. He goes very fast. But he's nervous. Children, when we have done something wrong, and to get back, to say a sorry, or, to get back and undo it, it's difficult, It's not easy. So he's very nervous. For it's much easier to steal something than to return it undetected. Undetected means not detected or not being noticed, not being discovered. So, what does he do now? He opens the door. He got the key of the house. He opened the door quietly. Then he stood in the doorway in clouded moonlight. Alright, and Anil was still asleep. So, what does he do? He gets back to his room. He crept to the head of the bed. And his hands, when he's putting the notes there, he could feel the breath of Anil in his hand, okay? So he stops there for a minute and then he slips the notes under the mattress. I awoke late next morning to find that Anil had already made the tea. He stretched out his hand towards me. There was a 50-rupee note between his fingers. My heart sank. I thought I had been discovered. I made some money yesterday, he explained. Now you'll be paid regularly. My spirits rose. But when I took the note, I saw it was still wet from the night's rain. Today we'll start writing sentences, he said. He knew. But neither his lips nor his eyes showed anything. I smiled at Anil in my most appealing way. And the smile came by itself. without any effort. So here you see, Hari Singh gets up late, probably because he's so tired, and he's all drenched, he was all wet, so he must have got a nice good sleep. And when he wakes up late, what does he see? That Anil is already in the kitchen making tea. And what does he do then? He stretched out his hand and he gives him 50 rupees. So what happens to him? What happens to Hari Singh? My heart sang. Now what is the meaning of heart sang? Felt depressed. Now why does Hari Singh feel depressed? Because he thinks, oh, now Anil has come to know that I have robbed him. So what does Anil tell him? I made some money yesterday. Now you will be paid regularly. So he said, I made some money. Now I'm going to pay you. Children, you already know that Anil was not paying any money to Hari Singh, okay? But he was looking after Hari Singh, no? Looking after his food, his clothing, probably given him a place to stay. So he's saying, now you will be paid regularly. So my spirits rose. So when he said that, his spirits rose. Spirits rose meaning became very hopeful. He became very hopeful. Wow, I'm going to get some money. But when he took the note, you know what he realized? The note is still wet. And what is Anil telling him? Now we'll start writing sentences. Is Anil talking anything about what happened last night? No, he is not. He's just saying, okay, now we're going to write sentences. That's what he's telling him after that. Did he know about it? Of course he knew about it. But he didn't want to talk to Hari Singh about it. But neither his lips nor his eyes showed anything. I smiled at Anil in my most appealing way, and the smile came by itself without any effort. Now this ending part is very, very important, children, because if you look at your chapter, in the beginning on page number 8, you see in the ending there it says, it says, I gave him my most appealing smile. This word appealing smile has come again. Now at that time, appealing smile, when he gave him, what did he tell him? I gave him my most appealing smile. I want to work for you. Now that was a fake smile. Okay? It came with an effort. Sometimes we put a fake smile. Sometimes we put real smile. Now this smile that came in, it came out without any effort. He didn't have to put an effort because he was really happy to hear what Anil had to say. So why did Hari give a genuine appealing smile? Okay, why did Hari Singh give a genuine? Genuine means something that is real. Okay, जो सच्चा है. Okay, genuine appealing smile. Why? That you have to answer yourself as a personal question. Okay. Now here you have your meanings. These are all the earlier meanings. The new ones are undetected, not detected or discovered. Heart sang, felt depressed. Spirits rose, became very hopeful. Well, we've come to the end of the chapter, but we've got the textual questions. We'll be doing that. I just have a small little quote here. If you have to think of the chapter done, what will be the moral of the story, children? I'm sure you will have all different morals. One moral that we can learn from this is, to be kind. They say, no act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. This is by Aesop. You can look at this little girl. She's trying to protect the little frog, from the rain. Be kind to one another. Don't judge people. Sometimes we don't even know what is their story, We look at people and make a judgment very soon. Look at Anil in the story. Did he go to judge Hari Singh? Did he scold him back? He must have been very happy that Hari Singh came back. It may not happen every time in our life, when we do good, people will do good back to us. But don't stop being kind, because somewhere that kindness is going to touch them. Is that clear, children? I hope you understood the story. I hope you learned something from it, and see that you practice it. Okay? So thank you so much, and God bless you all.